Okay, so this is going to be a quickie. I wanted to expand a little bit more on my viewpoint about opposites and them being circles. So the other part of my theory is this. If we're having an issue with a negative emotion, or what we feel is a negative emotion, and we let go of the idea that it's actually negative, and we look at it and say, what is it indicating? That I think that can really help us move through it. And I think that's what emotions are about. We move through them and we expand on them and we add information to them and we add tools to them so that we deepen our skill set in dealing with them throughout our life. Let's take fear and courage, for example. So, when I am afraid of something, I realize that the place that I need to move to is, the place I want to get to is courage. It's not a light bulb. It doesn't just happen. It is a path that is in a circle. Fear, fear. And sometimes I have to get close to what I'm afraid of in order to get to courage. So if I'm afraid of it, maybe I'm going to expose myself to it a little bit, back and forth, until it's not as scary. Maybe, so that would be like a little tiny circle. That would be like, I'm afraid of it, but I'm going to go to courage, go to it, but then we'll go right back to fear. And maybe I do that a little bit, and then maybe the circle gets a little bit bigger. And when I go over there, I'm there for a little bit longer. And it's not scary. And then the circle gets a little bit bigger, and I can go over there, and it's no problem. And then eventually, that circle gets to a place where I'm comfortable being around whatever it is that I'm afraid of. That now, when I'm in my courage, I realize that I was able to become courageous because I was afraid. So now, all of a sudden, I have this appreciation for the fear that I have of being afraid. And I know that it is deeply a part of the courage. Because let's face it, if we just had courage and we didn't have fear, it wouldn't have value. What makes it valuable is the negative side, perceived negative side, because I think once you learn how to handle what we think are negative emotions, they become positive emotions. They become a larger sense of confidence that you have within yourself. So that brings me back to that circle. So if we rotate, if we get a good skill set, we rotate in that circle really well, all of a sudden we start with a small circle, and that circle gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. If we're dealing with a particular thing and we're really good at dealing with a particular thing, then all of a sudden what happens is, because we can rotate that circle really fast and that circle's really big, what that does is that pushes energy outside of us. People get attracted to that. They want to be close to it. We call it confidence. That's a good kind of confidence. That's the kind of confidence that inspires people. That's the kind of confidence that people take notice of, and they say, how is that person doing that? And they're paying attention, and they're looking for what they're not doing so that they can learn to do what you're doing. That is how you teach people. You teach them by what you are, not what they should be. Yeah. I'm not going to take it any further right now. I mean, there's tons of stuff I could talk about in regards to this theory. But I will say this. The foundation of everything that I know comes from a negative emotion. And putting my head down and trying to figure out how to be normal And I'm not. I don't think I'm normal. I think I just look at things differently. I think I'm okay with not being normal. I don't know. I have insecurities. I'm secure. I think I got a little bit of everything going on in me. And I think that's good. I think that creates a safe space for lots of other people that might be in the same place. So that's where I'm at. I'm not judging it. I'm just saying that I get annoyed and I get frustrated with people that judge those things as being negative, because they're not. They don't have to be. They can be. There are lots of people that use that stuff as weapons to make other people feel bad about themselves so that they can pretend like they are authorities. I hate authoritarians. I hate them. Anyways, I don't really hate them. They give value to not being one. So yeah, there you go. Anyways, that's it. Toodles. Bye. Good night.